Hey all, it's me, James again, and today I got a couple things that I'm going to go over, journal my thoughts about them. The first is this new to 2014 Edwin Jagger 3D laser engraved with a diamond pattern 89 model. So basically it's the same head on all the 89s. The only thing that's different is the handle. And the handle is beautiful. They did a really spot on job. And just like all Edwin Jaggers, the finish is fantastic. It looks lovely. There's nothing different in the length that I can detect. They're about the same. Thickness, perhaps the barrel's just a tad thicker on this one than it is on the 89 lined edition. But other than that, lengthwise, seems to be about the same. Set them on a counter and eyeballed it. If there's any discrepancies in size, they're very, very minor. One that I could not detect. So we'll be using that today. Again, the grip on it just feels fantastic. I don't ever have problems with the lined version slipping, but this one, it feels even much better. And I already tried it on the terry cloth tail and on the microfiber tail, and I didn't detect, even with this knurling being a bit more grippy, there's still no tugging of the fibers, which is nice, because sometimes the knurled handles will bite at the cloth and feel like it's sticking to it, almost like a Velcro type feeling. So very nice. Sorry about that delay. The other thing is, also from Guard Razors is where I got this, and also from Guard Razors, I put myself a little blade sampler pack together. And I put mostly premium type blades in here. The Paul Silver, the Kai, the Feathers, and one that I've never used, the Gillette Silver Blues. Heard a lot about these. I'm expecting it to perform well because most of the St. Petersburg blades, for me, all perform well. They're sharp, pretty decent, smooth blades. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to feel in here. So first thing you notice is you got this, the nice little envelopes that I like, and the wax wrapping. Set the razor down for a moment. And already, even through the wrapping, I can see that the blade itself has the standard number on the side and another number on the other side, so that you know what side you're flipping to. So on this one I got 1, 2, and then on this side I got 3, 4. Now, one thing I'm noticing right now, at least on this blade coming out of the pack, is for me there's waxing right near the edge. I don't like that at all. So that would be a downer for me. One knock already. I don't have that issue with my Kai blades. Alright, so let's see if everything else about it at least stays to par. Try to see if I can carefully scoop some of this back from the edge. No one wants that goop. That's a bad design. Someone needs to calibrate that machine so that you don't get that on the edge like that. Wipe away from the edge. Yeah. So if you get blades like this, you know, if you have anything that's grabby, waxy, pasty, And to me, that says, hey, I'm going to tug a little bit. So hopefully this wax will get knocked out a little bit in this basin of warm water, so it's not such a big deal. So we'll see. Perhaps maybe that's why a lot of blades with wax coatings like this that are near the edge always feel better on the next shave, not so much on the first shave. They got better because you knock some of that coating off. Just a thought. I'm going to put the wrapping off to the side because after I dab the blade dry, I'll place it on top of this. Sorry about that. Alright. 3-piece razor. And again, I like to start on the placing it over the posts to where I see the one first, looking back up at me. Base plate. Handle. Before I tighten all the way down, just check it. Make sure that there's parallel blade exposure on each side. Looks good. You don't need to tighten down all the way on these, meaning like to really put pressure, just enough to get it. Finger tightness is plenty. Alright. So that's the razor and blade. The next thing, sorry about that, is the Salty Air, the tallow version from Tiki. Tiki bar soaps. Amanda, you got another scent that from the packaging that I like already. It's a nice clean scent. A blend of seawater and ocean mist with kelp undertones and bamboo and sugar cane base notes. So we'll see how this goes here, but performance wise, I hear a lot of folks that prefer the tallow versions over soaps over the vegan versions. Myself, not a whole lot of difference overall. To me, the tallow versions seem just a bit slicker. So the only reason why I went with the tallow version was because since I do use open blades, whether it's the feather or a traditional type of straight, I want to be able to have a slick lather. Alright, now what I like to do, since this is going to go in the tin that came with it, is when I mash it in, I like to use the wax paper. So just push that in there. It's a soft enough soap. Just get the paper down like that. And mash. Mash, mash, mash. Just press it in there. Alright. There you go. Voila. Very little product sticks to the paper. Keeps your hand from getting all messy right before you, well, in my case, right before the shave. So now, just pressing the ends just a bit. I prefer a little bit more of just a slight dip in the middle. Not anything too noticeable. And that's that. I like it. Spice Islands is still my favorite though, but I like this. Alright, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of warm water from the basin on that to sit on the top. Again, this is for the salty air. Great job, Amanda. Alright, with the scent so far. Expect the performance to be fine, but the 820 boar from Semogue, one of my favorite brushes, needs to be broken in just a bit more to get to its full potential. I probably used it 20 times, maybe a little bit more than that, so about 10 more shaves and it'll be at its best. Alright, just a little bit of water that's sitting on top. Here we go. Plenty of space to load in the tin, which is also a plus. I'm going from memory. Doesn't take a whole lot, considering this is a boar. Already generating some proto lather there from that moisture that was on top. And from the brush soaking, probably had it soaking, I don't know, 7-10 minutes, somewhere around there. I just put it in to soak right before I started the video. So however long that was. Alright, good proto lather sitting in here. Seems to be plenty of soap in there. Gonna just put just a tad more of liquid on top. A little bit more. There. And load a little bit more. It's going to be a face lather today. Alright, that should be plenty right there. I'm going to empty out the bug just so I have a place to set the brush. There we go. Wet my face real quick. Alright, I'm back. I did a pre-face wash with that Sea Drift soap. So face seems to be plenty hydrated. Take some of this leftover creamy goodness. Just put it on the skin. No need for that to go to waste. There we go. Swipe some of that off the top in there. Same thing. No need to go to waste. I wonder if this technique that I've been doing for a while now, taking this and then just putting it on the face, if this kind of acts almost like a super lather base. Alright, set the tin down. Dab the hands on the washcloth. Here we go. As you can see, doing pretty well. I've probably got about 4 or 5 days growth going on. I know it's at least 4, but it might even be 5. Creamy goodness. Just a touch more water. Alright, very nice, slick, hydrated. Oh, let's see how the Silver Blue does. A great soap, Gillette Petersburg blade, that felt great. Really nice sheen to the lather, holding moisture while it sings. I don't know if it's my imagination, but sometimes after shaving every other day, 4 times a week, having that week where you have several days between and coming back to it, it's almost like I'm got like a real enjoyable shave.